Remember the Gavin Newsom-inspired California effort to steal Republican representation out of the Congress? Well, that fight has now just moved to the state of Maryland. Here is their Democrat governor, Wes Moore.
Since taking office, Donald Trump and other Republicans across the country have been working to rig the system, weaken voting rights, and lock in political power through redistricting in states that they select. Maryland can't afford to be caught flat-footed while other states reshape the political landscape and try to make this pain permanent. I look forward to working together to pass the amendment with a strong yes in November.
Not so fast, my friend. It seems conservatives in Maryland have some tricks up their sleeves. A second lawsuit has been filed against this reapportionment effort, and the minority leader of the Maryland State Senate, Steve Hershey, made these arguments about how the Democrats are not going to be able to pull off this heist.
Intent with the lawsuit that is filed that we're going to be able to show that the General Assembly did not follow Maryland's Constitution and election laws before placing this constitutional amendment on the ballot. That's the crux of it. They want to eliminate the Republican voice, the only Republican voice in Maryland's congressional delegation.
Joining us now is Republican Maryland State Delegate Brian Chisholm. Delegate Chisholm, thanks so much for being here. Tell us about this lawsuit that you and your conservative colleagues have filed and what message you think it'll send to your governor.
Yeah, the governor called an executive order and brought us back in for a special session the first week in August. And last legislative session, we'd actually passed a bill that said that if you're going to try to change the Constitution or change the constitutional amendment, that you had to do it by July 1st. And we knew that. And evidently the Democrats didn't know that until the hearings began on August the 3rd. And they added an amendment in that said, notwithstanding, which basically says anything we've passed before, even though it was just 2 months ago that we passed this bill and the governor signed it into law, we get to negate that and we don't have to live up to any of the standards we put in. We don't have to show it to the public 90 days before an election, which would have been July 1st. And we don't have to explain clearly what's going to be on the amendment. It's been a disaster. There are several counts. We did hire the counsel of some lawyers out of D.C., the Project Oversight, who filed the lawsuit for us and have done an outstanding job just pointing out all the mistakes that are in the actual law that we just passed.
In neighboring Virginia, Governor Spanberger had grand plans to vanquish Republican representation, but they failed to cross their T's and dot their I's.